people of the YouTubes. This is going to be a very rambly, confusing, potentially strange video because I have no idea where I'm going with it. But I just have been feeling called to make videos again. So that's what's happening. I have had a lot to talk about, and I kind of missed, in a sense, the opportunity to talk about lots of topics I've been learning about and realizing. But here we go. I've got some stones with me today. I've brought this as well to show y'all. My amethyst, and my selenite, and obsidian or black onyx. Crystal galleys, tell me which one it is, I don't know. Or crystal boys or crystal people. I'm actually gonna do you know what? I'm just gonna so I'm actually in my meditation corner in my room, and I'm getting much closer to myself again, and to spirit, to the universe, thank goodness. And I have a corner in my room which has my yoga mat, which I'm sat on right now. That's the other thing, it's black on that side, orange on that side. And I've got my tarot here, I've got my singing bowl, and I've got my some stones, and I've got my journal and my book that I write all of my trippy spiritual experiences, just to remember them. And on a good day, I start my mornings here, and I have like a routine which I might explain in a minute because it's pretty cool. And I also have my sad lamp on. Well, I'm not supposed to have it on at this time, but can't be completely behaved, can we? I've also got back pain right now, so I'm going to be moving about a lot in this video. But yeah, life. What a journey. It can be very scary. It can be very scary feeling like you are stuck and not where you want to be, but also feeling like you have no ability to change it because you're like, it's just so in patterns, and it's very exhausting. And I feel like I'm coming out of some patterns now, breaking some cycles, and remembering how to let go, essentially. And I've got inside here this book that my friend has lent me. I've decided that this whole month is just about letting go. Letting go. So I'm reading that as well, which I'm finding helpful. It's so funny because we can really forget how simple it is to just be still, be silent, and feel whatever we're feeling so that we can release it. And we forget how to do that, and we just distract ourselves, numb ourselves through so many different ways, and these things are just playing out in our lives, whether we are aware of it or not. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm remembering how to do life again. That's how it feels. It's how I'm remembering how to really cope with life in a really good way. So So that's exciting. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. That's all I can say. Life is just so crazy. And this is going to be a very weird, really weird video. But I've decided that if anybody is watching, I'm going to do a tarot reading for you and for me, for all of us. Like, this is like, if someone watches this video, this reading is for you. And I've never done tarot reading for people online. I've done a lot of it in person. So this is just, I don't know what's happening. I'm just letting Eloise tell me what to do. I'm just like, all right, okay, that's what's happening. And it's funny because I've got a few friends where they'll say to me, I can't believe like you post stuff on YouTube, like that's so brave. And I genuinely don't really feel anything about it. That's such a lie. That is such a lie. I don't feel anything about it right now. Gosh, no. You'll even see if you watched any of my other videos that there's a lot of the time I'm very nervous about recording a video. And I definitely care about it, and I definitely feel anxious. And so that was, I don't know why I said that, but because it felt true. I didn't mean to, but I just picked out the star. I'll do it properly. I'm gonna shuffle. I'll show you everything. But anyway, I do find it funny when people say, how do you do it? Because it's like, you just do it. Then again, I also trust myself enough to know that I'm not gonna post anything that I will really regret at this age. Whereas if I'd have done YouTube 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 3 years ago, any amount of years ago really, I would have very likely regretted a lot of the stuff that I posted. So I'm glad that I didn't do it then, for sure. And so yeah, when you trust yourself, you know that you're not going to do anything that's totally outrageous. Then it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't really matter about doing it. What's the problem? As long as you don't do anything or say anything awful online, then you're just being you. And it's fine, and someone might watch it, someone might say something, and you might connect with someone, or you might help someone, or you might, help yourself. That's the thing, is because I do find it very helpful. Anyway, so I'm going to be using this tarot deck, the Light Seers Tarot, which is one of my absolute favourites. And I don't even remember who got this for me. I think my friend Megan got me that. Really beautiful book, very beautiful cards. To be honest, I'm looking at a not very pretty view here. I've got some clutter going on. But I can cope with clutter. I have been coping with clutter my whole life. That's another point. I'm getting into minimalism again, and I'm finding that very beneficial. I recommend it so much. And I've even brought it into my clothes in a way that I didn't expect. So I'm only wearing grey, white and black now. And so now I'm building up a bit of white for my wardrobe, because it was all kind of just black, and then now some grey and a bit of white. And it's like really weird, especially going from like kind of a scruffy girl hippie aesthetic for 10 years, rainbow, and feeling like that was really who I am and always would be, and being so deeply tied and connected to that identity. It's quite wild to have left it and be finding more peace right now. Not to say I won't ever go back into very colourful clothing again, I might. But I've surrendered the ego and said, you know what, I just need peace. I want good quality clothing, comfortable, fitting well, and not having to like be so addicted to clothes. You know, when you are wearing all colours, and if you do like unique, hippie, kind of vintagey items, there's so many special things out there, and you could just, it doesn't end. It doesn't end. You could find the most wonderful jumper in the world and it's got cows all over it and it makes you so happy, but you know, half a year later there's a purple one with sheeps on it, and then after that there's one with strawberries on it, and it's like it just doesn't end, basically. And so wearing really basic clothing, you can only really have, you don't, there's a limit, because it's like, oh yeah, I've got my jeans, I've got my cargos, I've got my going out tops, I've got that, I've got my joggers, and then you're just kind of you're much more satisfied with what you have, which is a really great place to be in. So yeah, I've been on my minimalism journey, and I don't even know how I brought that up. Does anyone remember how I brought that up? I don't. Anyway, so I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm just going to pull out 3 cards, because that's the way I like to do it. That's the way I've found the most resonant answers and clarification, and yeah, I don't know another word, but you know what I mean. Just pulling 3 kind of, it just works. And I will in the future learn how to do proper, you know, what's it, you know, when they do like whole layouts of tarot. I will, because I've been doing tarot for quite a long time now, and I've been a bit lazy with it. But I found an amazing book recently about tarot, and I'll probably show you that in another video, and I'm going to learn how to do proper set layouts. It's about time. I don't know what that one was, but okay. So we've got 9 of Cups. I'm actually going to not talk and really feel the energy, because that kind of just like, I don't really know what happened there. That one just wanted to come out. 5 of Cups. And I really feel this top card, Death and Rebirth. I don't even know if I shuffled it enough, but I just have to intuitively do it. 2 of Pentacles. Okay, that's enough. And then the bottom, the bottom of the deck, the Devil reversed. Of course, of course, of course. Or was it that way? I don't know, but basically we've got the Devil on the bottom of the deck. And the way I learnt tarot at first was that the bottom of the deck is the card that is showing you the energies that are pushing and pulling you at this time. That's what I learned. So that's the way I read it. So at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Devil, which represents addictions, you know, a multitude of negative emotions, primarily addictions, fear and guilt, though, I would say. So that's what's kind of pushing and pulling here, which feels about right, because I feel like I'm on the cusp of, and I don't know if you are too, anybody's watching, I feel like I'm on the cusp of like a big kind of breakthrough, in a sense, like the next stage of where I'm going and who I'm being. And the only thing that can kind of stop me getting there is my own lack mindset, addictions, attachments. And well, yeah, that's what it's about as well, attachments. And it probably says, I mean, in this book. So it's good, yeah, because February's about letting go. I've got my book saying letting go, and it was reversed, so, you know, that's probably good, because it's kind of, cool. So, got the page here. Shadow Seer, as in reverse, is release, freedom from addiction, on the cusp of a breakthrough, liberation, not wanting to see your own role in a negative circumstance, realizing that you're giving your power away, feeling helpless, breaking the chains. Yeah. That makes sense. Anyway, and then the 3, I mean, I'm sure we all know about death and rebirth and what that means. Great card to be having. Really great. And and let me just show you these cards as well. I mean, a little bit more properly. I mean, I don't have a proper, I'm doing this just on my iPad, which I would assume has actually got a very good camera, but it's not. Look at these beautiful, beautiful cards. So I'm just going to read, I won't read Death and Rebirth because I'm pretty sure everybody knows what that means. And it's really great that that came out. And these are all upright. So I will read 9 of Cups, 5 of Cups and 2 of Pentacles. And then I'm going to just carry on rambling. And I just in that second remembered that I am doing this video for me, mostly. And that it doesn't matter where it goes. And I'm just going to enjoy myself. So if you're watching, hello, here we are, sharing this reading. And, you know, I just want to say, if nobody's told you for a while, that I'm proud of you. Well done for, that sounded so fake. But I mean it. Well done for just living and being and doing the stuff that you do. Because it's not easy, is it? It really isn't. And we need to be kinder to ourselves, more forgiving, because this shit is not easy. Okay. So, upright. The universe is gifting you your desire, choosing joy, manifested dreams, gratitude and abundance. And that's very similar to the number symbolism, well, you know, the angel number that I saw today when I paid was 2020, and it's basically saying the same thing. So this is abundance, happiness, the wish card is happening. And I would say that what is happening is a higher level of consciousness and frequency and being is occurring, and that's a wonderful thing, and I'm very happy about it. I am very, very happy about it, and I just want to get better and better. Like, I'm definitely letting go of a lot, and I'm not gonna hold on to anything that's gonna stop me from healing and growing and thriving. And that's so beautiful to be in that place of like, I'm gonna just keep going forward, you know. I don't mind what I have to let go of anymore. I will just follow my intuition, and I'm just gonna do it, do the damn thing. And then we got 5 of Cups, grieving. So upright, it's grieving, disillusion, disappointment, betrayal, bitterness, wallowing, self-pity can signify a broken heart. And that's funny because the last video I posted was about dating, and I do have a broken heart. Although, as wise words have said, a heart isn't broken if you still feel it all. And that is true. And that was in Scott's song. And Scott is one of my favourite musicians. And I'm sure other people have said words to the same effect, but it's not that my heart is broken, because otherwise I wouldn't feel anything. numbness would indicate a broken heart. So we misuse the word, the term. But I do, in a normal sense, in a normal way of putting it, I do have a broken heart. I feel like I have a broken heart. And I do wallow in self-pity. And there is a lot of grief there. And I guess that's coming up at the moment because I'm ready to deal with it a bit more and be really more honest with myself about the way I show up in the world and in relationships in general, like romantic or otherwise. Like, I'm just being much more aware and much more honest with myself and much more brave. Like, I'm ready to be more brave and just push through things rather than just like suppress so much and kind of just live in that sadness and self-pity, and then just kind of relieve some of that pressure by just telling people about it and getting their sympathy. And it's like, that might make me feel a little bit better in the moment, someone feeling sorry for me because of my past and where I am now in terms of love and relationships and all that. But ultimately it doesn't actually cure anything really. It just keeps me stuck in the cycle of sadness. Anyway, so I'm getting through that, getting over that, which is hopeful, even though obviously a part of me doesn't want to get over it, which I've never actually said out loud. I've never said that out loud, but that's the truth. There's a big part of me that doesn't want to heal from my trauma and does not want to learn how to love myself properly and other people properly. It's funny to say that. It's funny to say it and actually realise that that's the truth. And that means that I'm closer in, you know, getting where I need to be. And it was funny, I just looked up and it was 2222. 22 minutes, 22 seconds. And then we got the 2 of Pentacles. So we've got all the 2s joining the party now. And I didn't even mean to do that. I didn't even mean to, but I must have. So she's got 2 things in her arms, and then it just made me go, so let's read this one. She also looks sad, so, you know, be warned, people, if you're watching. This is another maybe kind of hard card, reality check vibes. You know, now I've started doing this, I think I'm going to start doing more tarot readings online because it's very fun. I'm not very good at like directing it to the reader and tapping in with it, you know, with anybody's circumstance other than myself over this at the moment, but it's something I could do. But I'd be very cautious to do that though. That would be tricky. That would be tricky to make sure that I was not spreading any misinformation and things that people would... I don't have the words for that right now, but actually maybe I wouldn't do that. Maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe it's best to just do like a little very light-hearted reading for myself and the viewer in a very soft and vague way. Maybe. We'll find out. That's the exciting thing about life and just anything that happens and anything that I end up doing. It's like, I genuinely don't know what's going to happen next. And that's exciting. But one thing I am going to say again is that I feel so much more comfortable on the camera again. Yeah, I must have felt more comfortable before. I don't even remember what my old videos were about. Anyway, I'll be quiet now and I'm going to read the card. 2 of Pentacles. A need to balance many aspects of self, juggling obligations, equilibrium, and seeking harmony. And I'm going to read the longer description this time. With all those roles and responsibilities that you've been juggling, you may feel a little imbalanced. Busy much? maybe your calendar is totally overbooked and you're feeling the stress of being stretched in too many directions. You may be feeling the need to better balance dualities or opposing aspects of your life, your time alone versus your time with others, your material life versus your spiritual life, etc. Make sure you aren't investing too many resources in one area at the expense of another, especially when both are equally as important. Even though this card suggests that you're likely able to manage it all, do you desire this much juggling? Put some of your precious energy into creating a balance that you will absolutely love, one that will allow you time to work, play, love, and create. This equilibrium will not take from your reserves of energy, but will add to it. And the affirmation is, I create an equilibrium in my life that allows me to be my best self. Okay. So I'm going to use this card to talk more and uncover more feelings and thoughts and ideas about what the next steps are, because I found this one out of all of them the least resonant and the most vague in a sense. So I'm going to just split the deck. Anybody who does tarot is going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? The way you're doing tarot is wrong. And I'm like, girl, I know. So we've got the Chariot. Let's see if that helps explain what we've just read. And then I think I'll put the tarot cards away and just talk a little bit more. Interesting. Someone just commented on my video. It just came up as a notification. That's nice. That means somebody's watching my videos. Woo! And they said something about nice to see me in my hair again. That's funny. Anyway, the light version of this is victory, speed, and action, determination, harnessing and uniting opposing energies, success, travel, confidence, willpower, control. So that's basically saying, like, that's what's going to happen. You know, that can happen, and you will unite the energies of the card. That's what's saying, like, these two energies and balance, you're going to do it. And then on the shadow side is lack of energetic focus, lack of self-discipline, going in the wrong direction, a tendency to speed past the needs of others. So, you know, there's different things. It's tricky. I don't think I got any more clarification really on that. All I know is I'm going to try my hardest, and that's all we can really do, isn't it? Try our hardest to be who we want to be in this beautiful world. Thank you, Tarot, for the strange reading that I extracted from you, or that you provided to us. I'm going to close you up now, and I'm just going to pull a couple of energy cards. These cards are so angelic, so ethereal, so beautiful, and it's unbelievable the connection I have to these cards. I don't know if it's the first deck I bought. It might be, maybe the second. It's just unbelievable, this deck. Like, when I'm in a place of, like, so many intense times, right, where the only cards I've pulled out of the whole deck are angels. They're angel of strength, angel of love, angel of, I don't know, all the angels. And it's just crazy, like, so beautiful. Like, they're just, and I've been getting a lot of angel stuff recently, angel symbolism, feathers, feeling very protected. And yeah, and a few of these cards I've lost along the way, which is which is not right. It's not very sad, not very respectful to the deck either. But the deck still loves me. The deck still is with me. A few of the cards are in my old house, in my hometown, so they must be having a weird time. But that house is, the energy has shifted a lot there, so I think it's okay. They'll be okay. Also, another check-in to you if you're watching. We're in half an hour. 30:30. I just did it. Angels, numbers, you know, crazy. I also don't know what 30:30 means, so it might be a not a great sign. Anyway, right, I need to just try and, I can't even shuffle properly, right? Okay, I just need to try and not look at them, because I don't want people to be like, oh, you chose that, right? So that one, envy. The angels are getting real. This one's coming out. Oh, journey, but upside down. Journey. Ooh. Oh, God. I also think I'm not very good at reading tarot anymore. Like, I used to be a lot better. So I'll just show you what I've just done. I've just put them all out like that. And I'm picking one. But I think I lost the one I was going to pick. No, this one, this one, this one. Appreciation. Okay, and the bottom of the deck. Throat chakra. Yas! Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel here with the throat chakra vibes. It has been throat chakra season. I don't know about you, but I've been letting it come through. And there's still more to do. But I'm here with you. And we're going to see this thing through. And I just said the same word twice. And I am not trying to rap, because that would be crap. But here we go. Let's read them, I suppose. I don't want to talk in rhyme anymore. I've stopped. Good. That's good. I really enjoy, this is the thing. I need to keep remembering, and I am, but like, I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy just talking. At a camera, but not like, I mean, I love talking in general. I love talking to people, not all the time, but like when I do want to talk, and if I feel like I can, I've got a lot to say. This feels very nice. It feels very therapeutic, and I'm having a nice time. So I hope you're having a nice time, and I encourage you to record a video, unless you think you're going to do something really offensive. If you feel like you don't have very much control over what you do or say, to the point where you might hurt others with those actions, then maybe don't post videos online, because that could not be very good, really, could it? No. So that's my only advice. But if you feel like you're not going to do that, and other people have kind of confirmed that for you, then I recommend it, I think. I'm having a good time, I think. Anyway, envy. I'm not going to read the whole thing. To be honest, I'm not going to read any of these 3 cards, because, you know, I know what they're saying. Envy, feeling confused in your journey, and then appreciation, which is good. And I think what it's trying to say, I'm going to just tell you what I think it's saying. I think that it's saying that this is the past of where we've been and where we're kind of still in. It's like envying other people, seeing lack in ourselves, and, you know, projecting that out into the world, and being judgmental, and just upset, and just bitter, just like, ugh. And, you know, we've took a twisted journey, and, you know, reversed, you know, that kind of means that we've gone through the journey. So, you know, we're kind of past the envy. We're past the envy. And we're kind of on this nice, we've been on this nice walkway, and it's our decision where we're going. And what we're deciding is that we are going to appreciate ourselves and also be appreciated. And I think it's quite nice that we've got the rose here on Valentine's Day. I mean, I'm feeling a lot of self-love. I hope you are too. I guess it is all coming up, all this stuff about love, isn't it, on Valentine's Day. And it's not much of a surprise, really. In the video I did yesterday or whenever it was, I was like, oh, I'm getting all these signs to date. These signs. Well, yeah, it's Valentine's Day. It's not like rocket science, you know, there's fucking... Everywhere's got decorations up and the adverts everywhere and the songs and the films and everybody's talking about it. It's not unreasonable that you would be thinking about dating at a time like this. But it takes me a while to realise the obvious stuff sometimes because I like seeing it in my little esoterical way. But I still believe it is esoterical. But anyway, I'm still vibing. I wonder how long a YouTube video can go on for, because I could just keep going. I don't know what time it is. Let's have a look.